think the biggest difference is it's sort of been the transition of how students enter the room and how they start their lessons. Really been sort of trying to get them into the habit of not waiting to be asked to be told what to do, and just Hero enables you to have that already there, and as they come into lessons they can just access it straight away. And when it works at its best, classes have just come in, got a device out, either a laptop or an iPad, and just logged on, found out what to do, and people have been engaged in their work and moving on with their project work and their practical work in science especially, without me even having to ask them to do anything. So when it's working at its best, I'm sat down and I can sit alongside people, talking to them about what they're doing, why they're doing it, using questioning as a way to really sort of stretch and challenge their way of thinking. Before, normally, I may have even got them quiet and settled to be able to introduce what the lesson was going to be about and where I wanted it to go. So that way the biggest difference is I don't even feel like I'm ever almost stood at the front or stopping everybody as a whole to talk to them together. I'm talking more on a one-to-one basis or in smaller groups, and the conversations that I'm having are so much more meaningful to that individual or to those people, because it's really relevant to where they're at or where they're stuck or how they need to move forward. Whereas whenever before you stop and you talk to the whole class, there's always faces who are a bit kind of like eye-rolly, don't need that. They don't need that information, or they don't need that support. They're more annoyed that they've been stopped in the first place because they knew what they were doing. So it's nice to be able to not have to do that, to give them a sort of a lesson structure which is fairly similar every lesson, and for them to be able to always find the instructions and the work that they need to be completing on their own, and not having to be waiting for teachers to tell them what to do. I mean, some still do, obviously. I mean, it's not perfect, but usually it's just a little bit of a reminder. Oh, what are we doing today? Well, have you found out for yourself? And then they can find that out, and quite a lot of the time they're able to just sort of go, oh yeah, and then they can crack on with things. So, I mean, we're really lucky with 2 members of staff in the classroom anyway, all the time. It's usually both of us are always with 1, 2, 3 or 4 people at a time, just supporting them and helping them in smaller groups, and then moving around. And it seems so much more purposeful rather than stopping everyone talking and then starting again.